Big story we're following today. UNC-Chapel Hill is one of countless campuses across the country where there are protests over Israel's attacks on Gaza.
Students have gathered by the dozens for the last week on campus. WFMY News 2's Amber Lake joins us live now in Chapel Hill. Amber, what have you been seeing?
Julie, it's been quiet here at Polk Place for most of the day, but during a faculty executive committee meeting earlier, we learned a lot about the protests that happened right here this time yesterday. One of the faculty members said that they knew of some UNC students who had gone to the hospital because of concussions that they had suffered after police tried breaking up these protests here yesterday. Another member mentioned a Duke University professor who was actually on campus here who suffered from a dislocated shoulder. Now, being out here today, we've seen a lot of police officers patrolling this area. There's also now a fence around the flagpole after demonstrators changed out the American flag with a Palestinian flag yesterday. The demonstrators are calling on UNC to cut financial ties to Israel. Several were arrested early Tuesday morning as police cleared the encampment. We were told the chancellor of the school also ended up coming out here to address the group last night. One student says he supports the students' rights to protest as long as it stays peaceful.
Well, that's actually one of the reasons I chose UNC as their support of freedom of speech for both sides of the aisle. Obviously, you don't want things getting violent, and fortunately, they stopped it before things getting violent. But as the chancellor sent an email saying, the First Amendment is a big part of the I think North Carolina Constitution, so freedom of gathering to protest and freedom of the press. So I'd say I support it. I just don't want things getting violent.
In response to the protest, the university has said in part, "We respect and support the rights of peaceful protesters. While anyone, including students, faculty, and staff, may gather and exercise their rights to free speech, state law and the Board of Governors policy prohibit disruption of university operations." Now, earlier we saw an 18-wheeler pull into this area with a lot of fences and porta-johns on the back of its truck. And I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it looks as though they are kind of making the fence a little bit higher around the flagpole. You can see if we zoom in a little bit, we have some construction workers out there right now, but it seems as though the fence is getting a little bit taller and it's going to cover this entire grass area around the flagpole. But once we find out more about what exactly is happening, of course, we will let you know. Live in Chapel Hill tonight, Amber Lake, WFMY News 2.